Alright, so it's finally time to do some predictions for the second Open of RLCS 2026. It's actually the first regional 2026, but for RLCS 2026, it's the second one. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna try to go through these pretty quick. General Bench against Silichow. I know General Bench surprisingly did well in the Swiss compared to how they were doing last event. What did they do? They made like top 8, and that was it, right? Yeah, it was. And then 3-2 in Swiss as well, wasn't it? Yeah, so they barely kind of went through the whole of the first event. But this time around, they've gone 3-0 in Swiss. So should be interesting to see how they do. I'm going to say they win against Silichow, who are largely irrelevant, I guess. Plevo, Smashy, Ever, you know, kind of players where they could get an upset. But I'm not going to predict it, especially not after the 3-0 the General Bench had. FN and Geeke, I don't know who FN are. It's Ivan, Rizix, and Scream. Okay. They're decent, but, you know, DK, known for... I feel like this Abtrack is known for, you know, round 1 losses, but I won't predict it this time. I'll give them a 3-2. Ninja's Pajamas, Jorio, CRR, and Oli they did really well last time around. Second in EU? And they're up against GameWord, which is Gastro Mozzarella and Rust Easy. Honestly, that doesn't really seem too bad of a team, but not to the caliber of Ninjas. How did they do in Swiss as well? 3-2. Yeah. Although the losses are not bad at all, Gentlemates and Karmine Corp. So, yeah, maybe GameWord can be a good team here. I'm not sure. How did they do in the first event, to be fair? Or didn't they exist already back then? GameWord, they failed to make top 16, so a little bit concerning there. Okay, who did they lose to here? Okay, not the greatest team, so they're in... Okay, they won't get that far probably then. Karmine Corp against Magnifico. I'm gonna give it to Karmine Corp. Magnifico did do pretty well last time around, but yeah, it's Karmine Corp. They won the the kickoff thing. They won EU, so Silichow against FN. Just gonna quickly compare the Swiss here. Silichow, FN. Silichow ended up going to round 5. FN have more established players, so I'm gonna give this to FN in a game 5. GameWord against Magnifico. Yeah, GameWord can win this, but I don't know. Magnifico were pretty good last time around. Raziers, Atomic. Yeah, I'll give it to Magnifico. General Bench against Geeke. General Bench, they won this one. General Bench, they did pretty well. You know, they went 3-0 and won against Geeke along the way, so you probably should be favoring them, but for me, often those kind of close matchups, I find that they go the reverse the next time they happen. So I'm actually going to go for Geeke there. Ninjas of Pajamas against Karmine Corp. I know Karmine Corp didn't have the best Swiss, but I'm going to say that it doesn't matter. So it's 3-2 for Karmine Corp. Ninjas Pajamas against FN. You know, let's quickly go through that. 3-1 victory there. General Bench against Magnifico. Now, this is the one that's actually the hardest probably to predict here. General Bench, much improved since last event. I'm going to say they come through with a victory there, so it will be very disappointing for Magnifico going up against General Bench as well. I feel like there will be a worse team going into top 8 than Magnifico, but we'll see. Man City against Dreifach RST. Okay, I have no idea who they are, to be honest. Do I even have to look at their roster? I guess I can quickly look for it. Motion, Neon, Forceful. Yeah, I mean, pretty irrelevant here for the most part. Gentlemates against WIP. Compact Day Shift Mat. Not too bad, but it's still Gentlemates. Vitality against Thanos. Who are Thanos? Skyrix, Chaussette, and Anoric. Oh my. I'm just gonna go for 3-0 there, to be honest. But shout out to the GOAT, Chaussette. BSK against Wild. Who was Wild again? I remember them tweeting about their victory. I don't even see what they are. Pucus, Bibaba, and Osaft. Yeah, I have no idea who they are. But, I mean, that's cool, right? To see some up-and-coming players. Should be exciting to see them in the main event. I did not watch the Swiss, by the way. I should probably preface that. So I don't really... I'm just basing this off of results, really. And the last regional, of course. WIP against Dreifach. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say WIP... sorry, not them. WIP win that. Thanos against Wild. I'm gonna say Wild win that. Based on nothing really. How did they go in the Swiss? I should probably check that. 3-2. And Thanos, they went 3-2 as well. So Swiss pretty close there. But yeah, I mean, that could go either way, to be fair. Thanos do have that experience, so, you know, now that they're in the main event, that could be coming clutch for them. I'm still gonna go Wild for now, but yeah, maybe Thanos is a better pick there. I'm not sure. I'm going with the Young Guns instead. Man City against Gentlemates. Man City have been playing so well, honestly. So maybe they'll be right up there, you know, with the, what is it, 4 top EU teams? So maybe Man City are the 5th best team in the world. Am I gonna still give it to Gentlemates? I think I will. I will still give it to Gentlemates, but honestly, I think Man City probably have a higher peak. Maybe a hot take there, but I'm not sure. Vitality against BSK. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly give that to Vitality. BSK against WIP. So yeah, it looks like BSK did make some roster changes. I think they got Grawley and Pisky, whereas they didn't before. But yeah, they went 3-1 in Swiss, winning against Magnifica. So I'm gonna say BSK win that. Then in the playoffs, I'll say Karmine Corp win that 4-2. Vitality GK. This could be an upset potential, but I'm still gonna say GK lose that one 4-1. Lower bracket, General Bench, BSK. BSK have the potential to win that, but I'm still gonna give it to Gentlemates. So they have a pretty good run here in the top 6. Man City, Ninjas of Pajamas. That is a rough matchup. That is a rough matchup. Damn. Honestly, I'm gonna say Man City win that game 7. I feel like Man City are just coming in with so much hype. Ninja Pajamas will be expecting to win, even though the margins will be quite small between them. And Man City will surprise them, I think. But yeah, that'll be unfortunate for Ninja Pajamas. I definitely should be at least into the top 6. But that's not how the bracket has unfolded, unfortunately, for them. Gentlemates, General Bench. I'm still going to give that to Gentlemates. GK against Man City. Another series where, you know, Man City can definitely win, but I feel like GK will be kind of prepared for them. Just mentally and everything, I feel like they'll be fine. I think that'll be just about get that victory, I guess. It's not exactly by a large margin, 4-3, so... but yeah, I think when they see like Man City 1 against Ninja Pajamas, they'll be, you know, they'll be ready. They'll know that, you know, some heavy gunners are coming in. Vitality against Gentlemates. I'm gonna say Gentlemates win that in game 7. You know, Vitality probably on paper slightly better, but it's, you know, very small margins, so I'm gonna give Gentlemates the benefit of the doubt there. Karmine Corp against GK. I'm gonna say Karmine Corp win for 2, and then a 4-3 victory in the grand final. Now, to be fair, maybe you think Gentlemates shouldn't be the final, but you gotta remember that Gentlemates, they were the best EU team in the off-season, you know, so, and that's evidenced by results. That's not really, you can't really put that into question. It's been pretty evident. But Karmine Corp has been, you know, the best team since the season has started, so I feel like I have to back them. If I wanted to die in that hill that I said early in the season, that where I felt like Gentlemates were going to be the best team in the world, I guess I would give it to Gentlemates, but yeah, I don't know. I've kind of changed my opinion for the time being, and I'm giving it to Karmine Corp here. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the event. Like, what's going to happen? Some surprise results. What did I get the most wrong in your opinion? That kind of stuff. I'll be happy to read the comments and have a discussion. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.